Airheads, it's Air here, back for your Friday update. It's Friday. We finally know why the market crashed so much, right? The aliens are here. We've recovered biologicals from the UFO crash site. They actually found Elon Musk's hardware wallet with the $373 million of Bitcoin in it. And then they sold it, man. I mean, that's exactly what's happened, but I'm kidding, of course. But Scott Melker is kind of winning Twitter right now, saying it's good to know that I'm surrounded by so many experts in the Chinese real estate market who understand exactly how its distress will affect the world economy. Everyone after the crash tried to dissect why we crashed, right? He had another tweet. He said, breaking news, Bitcoin dumped because Evergrande crashed a SpaceX rocket and blocked the Suez Canal with Elon Musk's hardware wallet, causing an XRP's futures ETF to be rejected by the CIA. He's obviously kidding, of course. He's making fun of all these idiots out here trying to explain what happened. Myself included. I mean, I'm coming out and saying, well, I was right, but I was right. There's people, everyone's coming out now and saying that they were right, calling this. But a simple scroll of a lot of these guys' feeds will show you that they were not right. They were calling for a long. And like I said in Discord today, the only person who I have saw come out and apologize for being wrong is what's this dude's name now? Jason Casper, right? I actually like Jason Casper, even though he makes open mouth thumbnails. Short, sweet, to the point, kind of no fluff type of guy, kind of funny at times. Olmsteader, right? Go give him a follow, check him out. But he was wrong about Bitcoin and he is sorry. That's awesome to see. Where none of us are right 100% of the time, and you need to know that. But we try to be more right than we are wrong. That is the ultimate goal here. But we're going to get you caught up on the news today, ladies and gentlemen, like we do every single day on this channel. We're going to dissect the markets, try to figure out which way this puppy is going, see if the dust has settled. Do we have more downside? Are we going to bounce up? What the heck is going on? Then we're going to take a look at some news items a little bit, dissect a few alts here. But it's Friday. I would expect, I hope we can catch our breath over the weekend. Spoiler alert, might be a good time to get out there and touch some grass and not look at the charts this weekend, unless you're in a short like I am, right? I mean, I showed some of these shorts in Discord, right? So I'll pull up the break wall real quick. I'm in CRB, BNB, and Matic, 875% up, 803% up, 671% up. Bitcoin, I'm up like 240% on it right now. Pretty huge. I'm not gonna lie. Saw what was come, and I got a video coming out later on this evening about 7 p.m. Central Standard Time explaining part of the reason why myself and others knew that not only was this the market top and we were going down, but this was the market top and it's going down. And look how similar they look. But do me a favor, guys, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, turn on notifications. It helps the channel out, helps me grow. Makes it worthwhile to do these videos every single day. Let's just jump right into it. So look, a lot of things happen, right? So we lost the yearly trend. This is on the weekly chart, right? So if we turn on the moving averages, you can see we have now lost the moving averages on the weekly chart. All of them. We've slammed right through them yesterday. That's what happens when you consolidate for so long in a tight range. You're going to get a crazy volatile breakout. It's just what happens. We had never seen the Bollinger Bands as tight as they were. So let's turn on the Bollinger Bands so I can show you, right? They had never been this tight before in the history of Bitcoin, without going back to ever. I mean, look, they had never been as tight as they are now on the weekly chart, on the daily chart, on any of the charts timeframes as they were at this point. So it was due for a violent breakout one way or the other. And given the current state of the market right now, we have no ETF approvals. The XRP thing was a bust. XRP's retraced 100% of its pump, right? They're going to be locked up into legal battles for the next 2 to 4 years. We broke out to the downside. We retested that $25,000 level. Now we hit different prices on different exchanges. Your clearing prices could have been anywhere from 26 to 24K yesterday, depending on which exchange you're trading on. But we retested a level we should have. We retested a cycle low, a current cycle yearly low right there of $25,000. Now the next logical retest, if we continue down, right, is 19.6, which is this low right here. If we continue down, if we do not catch our feet here and start building back up. And if the momentum continues down, that's the next logical level. And hopefully that is the low. Like I've been talking about for a while now, we double bottomed off of the 2019 low before the 2020 halving. So you can see it's on the same trajectory here, right? We pumped up just like we pumped up now at the beginning of that market cycle. And then we dropped down, double bottomed. Few months up into halving, we started pumping. We didn't even really get to that high again until well into 2021 after the halving. And then it was bull market season. It looks like we're doing the same thing now. Now, our bottom is a black swan event bottom. Multiples of them, right? We all know what happened. FTX, Terra Luna, Celsius, Voyager, COVID-19. You know, do we come back down to that 15.8 bottom? I sure hope not. Is it possible? Anything's possible. I hope that we catch our feet. I mean, really, I hope we catch it here, but I think maybe there's more downside. At 20K level is probably looking prime for a picking before we work up into the halving. And then you got your spot ETFs on the horizon. Halving, I mean, those two things equal a rocket ship to the moon, pending we don't have any hard landing in the economy. And we still have that to think about too. Look, what happened yesterday needed to happen before we can continue up. And I would venture to say we probably got a little bit more downside in us. I mean, you can see the spot volume was crazy yesterday. People sold off. You can see the liquidation. So many people, so many longs got absolutely destroyed and wrecked yesterday. On top of that, if we take a look at the funding rate, it is now negative. And look how long it was positive for. That's why we needed this. We needed to shake out all these longs before we can continue up. And that's exactly what happened. You know, we were hovering at that 0.01 level for so long, and you need to shake them out before you can run up again. That's just what has to happen. The market needs to equalize, right? It's just like in nature, right? Nature needs an equalization in order for us to be alive. Everything's got to be working in tandem. And you can't have so many people in the market to be so long for so long. That's not an equilibrium. So yesterday was healthy. It needed to happen. And we all know why it happened. If you don't know why it happened, I've talked about it. You know, just take a look at the macro economy. Stick your head up for a while. We made that higher high back in that 2021 bull market, and then momentum's made a lower high, right? So we had bullish, same thing, right? We made a higher high here. We made a lower high. So, I mean, the warning signs were there. There were so many warning signs. We were toying with all the moving averages. It doesn't matter whether Elon Musk sold his $373 million worth of crypto, which it looks like he didn't. That's an over-the-counter deal. It doesn't affect the price of Bitcoin. It happened. It was bound to happen. We were consolidating for so long, and we went down like we did in the past, right? Like we did here. So what happens next for Bitcoin? Well, let's take a look at the liquidity, right? So you can see it's pretty much gotten wiped out. People pulled all their positions above us. There's some at 30,000 to 32,000 still. So it's not all gone, but it's come in thick below us. $25,000 has a huge buy wall now. This is a buy wall down here. These are all bids, right? There's so much Bitcoin sitting here at 25,000 now. And, you know, 24, 23, 22. And, you know, if we start losing this, you'll see 20 come in real thick. Trust me. But for now, it looks like the wall is up. It's going to take some momentum to crash through there, but we saw it yesterday. We saw it yesterday with 28, with 27.8. You know, we crashed down yesterday hard. So, you know, it's just a matter of what do we do now? So I posted this in Discord earlier. So let's get rid of some of this stuff, right? Boom, 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 boom. So we're currently in like a little smaller time frame. So this is an hourly, right? This was that huge dump we had yesterday, which we rebounded pretty quickly once all those orders started getting triggered. Now we're in like a descending triangle pattern. So if we take the measure move, and again, this was a violent move yesterday, but you know, we could be looking at a $25,000 Bitcoin retest again. Now there's some liquidity right above that, right? I mean, the liquidity starts right here. So maybe we get a bounce before that. But this might be, unless it's just violent again, a good level, you know, in this range to look for a long. So you can see we started to lose the channel, right? So here's your support. There's your resistance line, right? Solid channel, right? So you take your longs up here and you take your shorts up here and you take your longs down here, and you're going to be on the winning side of this trade. So it broke down. It retested it, and it's back red again. So do we come back down and grab this liquidity down here? I wonder if Lux Algo has it, right? So let's pull up Lux Algo. Lots of liquidity here. It's not pulling this yet, but it's there. I mean, I'm showing you right there, right? Starts at like 25,150-ish, but there's some at 25,550. So there's some on the way down. It being Friday, going into the weekend, I'm hoping that it's just low volume. People are shook, trying to figure out what happened yesterday, and they're going outside the touch grass. I think everyone should probably do that this weekend. Hone up on your skills. Wait till those bids come in. Wait till we catch our feet, because it's tough to trade this right now. But I'm going to be looking for a potential long position and possibly closing out my shorts around 2,500, unless 25,000, unless we crash through it. And then opening up some more shorts potentially if we start losing it, and then I'll look for market structure and things like that. But this is a lot of liquidity here. We should get a bounce off of it unless you see that volume just get huge like we did yesterday and the momentum was strong and we crashed through it. That's Bitcoin in a nutshell. It's looking like more downside. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully this is that kind of market bottom. Because look, if we go to the weekly chart, you can see here what happened. So we had, let's go to the weekly chart. Yeah, this is the weekly chart. So over here we go. You can see this giant red candle we had. We had an entire week where we were down 15%. This current weekly candle, 20%, right? So very similar vibes. And then that next week, we ran up hard. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. It's like hopium, right? Like, oh, I hope that's what happens. But it's just, we're still in that summer lull. We still have the lowest spot volume out there. We have to continue to watch these things, continue to watch for divergences. That's Bitcoin. That's Bitcoin going into the weekend. I'm telling you guys to get out there and touch grass and stop staring at charts. So we're seeing something very similar to what we saw yesterday. So yesterday we saw Bitcoin coming down, but alts weren't coming down as hard. And actually some of them were in the positive. So Bitcoin's down 2.5% on this current daily candle. But look at alts. Some of them, I mean, some are up 3%. ADA's up 3%. Arbitrum's up 1%. FTM's up 2%. DYDX up 3%. So they're rebounding. Not all of them. Rollbit down 11, Naka down, HBAR down. Some of them are down. It's a mixed bag of alts is my point here. That's how it was yesterday before the Bitcoin crash. So what's going to capitulate first? So is Bitcoin going to run up to meet some of these alts right now? So you can see the total 3 market cap is up, but the total market cap is down. So alts are running, Bitcoin's dumping. Bitcoin dominance is dumping right now. So what's capitulating first? Again, we're in the same position we were yesterday. Is Bitcoin going to dump, dragging the rest of the market down with it like it did yesterday? Or is Bitcoin going to capitulate first? And in this case, like a reverse capitulation. Is Bitcoin going to match alts? Is Bitcoin going to come up right into the positive? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. We don't have any real market structure. We broke the entire week market structure, right? Weekly market structure for the entire year yesterday. So there was that trend, right? We had a strong trend. There's just yearly trend right there. We completely obliterated, completely lost all the moving averages on all the time frames from the week on down. We're bearish right now. So it looks like we're bearish. You can see the heaviest liquidity on the map right now is down at that double bottom FTX levels, right? That's scary to think about on the weekly time frame chart. But my gut feeling tells me, just looking at the charts, they look bearish right now. So it's probably more downside. I hope it's not. I'm getting ready for both scenarios right now. I'm in shorts, but I'm ready to close them and take a long if we should go up. But right now, some alts are running. I am scared to even start TAing the alts right now after what happened yesterday. But let's look at a couple of them. So let's take a look at Cardano, right? So there's that ugly wick and it has bounced back. And now it's actually positive 3% on the day. So you can pretty much see kind of what happened with Cardano, right? I mean, it lost this downward channel. There you go. I mean, you can maybe even do something like that. That's more solid there. So we should have broke up from this channel, but we didn't. And now it's just a matter, I mean, this is probably the next logical level come down right there, about a 21 cent Cardano again. If we start losing this stuff. Now, is this a bull flag? It's kind of an ugly one, but it's also an altcoin, so maybe it is, right? And when I say bull flag, I meant bear flag. Do we come back down? Let's take a measure move here without this giant wick in it. That could bring us down to 24 cents. What I would love to see is for us to get back up into this channel and then retest the top of the channel again. But for now, again, it's looking like it's downturn, and we can probably find some divergences here. So while the price is up today, so if we take it from the bottom to the top, there's price up. So if we go to where I drew that, so it's down and up. No, there's no divergences. I mean, it's looking decent, but the money flow is bleeding. Token RSI is ticking up. VWAP's flopping. I'm just urging caution right here. Since we've lost market structure so much, we need to form structure again. This is what happens. This is where that patience comes into play, right? Like, we broke this structure. This was a solid tradable channel for a long time. I mean, this is going back to the, middle of July, right? Short, long, short, long, short, long. Maybe you got stomped out there. You waited. Long, short. You would have rolled this one all the way down into the crash. So if you would have done that, you would have been, at one point up 22%, 400% on a 20 times, 100% on a 5 times. So that's just how these things work out right now. So that's Cardano in a nutshell. I'm not seeing it. I wouldn't trade it right now. I wouldn't trade any alts. If I wasn't in a play right now, I would be sitting on the sidelines until market structure forms again, until we catch our feet. Actually, here's alts in a nutshell from the looks of it. They are all flagging out right now, right? Dogecoin flagging out. Your breakout measured move looks like it's coming down. I'm just not confident on it though. Matic in a flag, right? Measured move coming down. BNB in a flag. I mean, are you seeing a pattern here, guys? Everything's just doing what Bitcoin's doing. Look at BNB hit my target to the T. I'm still in my BNB short. OP not really in a flag, but making kind of a double top here. It hit this bit of liquidity here. What does it do next? Probably kind of comes down, retest this support level at 1.3992. So maybe starts kind of building up, but no real structure other than a potential double top on OP. Litecoin flagging out, right? I mean, that's going to be an ugly move if we break down to the downside. Tomo right now, boom. Here's some saving grace for you guys, right? Short, long. You would have rode it all the way up here. Maybe you took a short again. You probably got stomped out at some point. Maybe you lost that one. Retested the channel. You take a short to the bottom, take a long. Would have hit your stop loss. You wait, take a long, rode it up, take a short. You would have hit your stop loss there because it came back up. Take a short, long, short, long. I don't know, probably take a short. So my guess is Tomo comes back down to the bottom here because it has since the end of July. I mean, we've been in this tradable channel now for a while. Pretty solid tradable channel on Tomo. World coins dumping. I mean, I just love to see this, guys. I'm not even going to TA that shithole. Arbitrum just kind of stepping down. No real structure here. At least on the 4-hour chart, no real structure. It's in this bit of liquidity now. We clear this out. We're probably coming down to like 0.9. I would say would be the next reasonable level. Retesting this low from that break of structure right there. Mask flagging out again. Boom. There's your measured move. Dot flagging out. I mean, do you see what I'm seeing? It's just a pattern here with most of these. We're in a bear flag right now. So these are going to be invalidated if we break to the top side, obviously, of this flag. Then we're talking, maybe coming up here on Ape, Gala Games, flagging, measured move down, FTM, flagging, measured move down. Just briefly showing you that all these alts are looking pretty similar with a couple exceptions in there I showed you guys. Just be careful this weekend. I don't know that I would trade this, like I said, if I'm not in a current play, because I don't think the volatility is over one way or the other. Continuing to watch liquidity, continuing to watch for a dip down into that $25,000 Bitcoin level. That's it. I got 2 videos coming out this weekend. One tonight explaining divergences in my TA series, and one tomorrow talking about how you can trade crypto without trading leverage futures, because you guys are getting wrecked. Some of you guys are getting wrecked out there. Not all you guys, but they're talking about spot ETFs, how you can use leverage ETFs on MEXC, Bybit, Binance, all these exchanges to where you won't get wrecked and liquidated. But I think that's it. I think I kind of got you the main points. We talked about what happened with Bitcoin. There's no real news today, guys. I mean, it's everyone's talking about the Evergrande crash, which is big news. But just Not a lot going on. There's not. Stock markets are pretty flat. Stock markets are little change heading. Stocks are little change as the major averages head towards weekly losses, right? Crypto news wise, everyone's just trying to dissect the markets. Bitcoin tumbles 11% this week as payment giant dives deeper into CBDC. So that's like your week in a nutshell, right? So that's your PayPal stuff. But Celsius creditors to vote on bankruptcy escape plan after judicial approval. So people are still waiting for that. Single trader lost 55 million on ETH long yesterday. So there's stupid whales out there. Don't forget that, guys. There are idiot whales out there. Just because you have a shitload of money doesn't mean you're smart. Some of these guys just got lucky. But that's it. It's a slow day. Slow day for news. Not necessarily a slow day for crypto. But if you need something TA'd, hop in Discord. Discord.gg/alpha-air. Drop it in the TA channel and I'll take a look at it more in depth for you. Just quick video. I'm done. Catch you guys later.